Hey guys, welcome back to Buddy RC. My name is Clay, and today we're going to be talking about the TX15. So as you guys know, I run all RadioMaster stuff on all my helicopters and planes, and I absolutely love it. So they just came out with this TX15. I'm a little late to the game, so we're not going to do like an in-depth review of it. We're going to talk about the differences in the Max versus the regular colored version. So they come in these absolutely beautiful colors here, and the white and the gold as well. But this is actually what they come with. So it actually comes with a case, which is pretty sick. But out of the box, you get your case. They come in ELRS only. They do not come in a 4-in-1, but they do have in the back of them, they do come with the little thing in the back where you can put a 4-in-1 module. So you could always upgrade it if you wanted to and do both, kind of like how I do on my TX16. So the first thing that you guys can tell is the differences here are, of course, you have the AGO2 gimbals that come on the Max, so they're a little bit smoother. They've got the better sticky 360 gimbal ends on them. These just come with the regular gimbal ends like the original TX16 did. So they're not as pointy. You can always put these onto this. So if you wanted to, it's the same size. That's the nice part. Or if you really like the color and you want to upgrade later on, you can get the AGO2s and put them into your TX15 like regular edition. So there is a price difference, of course. This is the more expensive one. These are the three options that you're going to get: the gold, the red, and the black. They also come with a gimbal light on the inside of them. You get the carbon face as well, so it does have a little bit of a cooler vibe to it. I personally like the colors. We'll get more into that in a second, but yeah, this thing looks fantastic. Rubber grips, just like the regular version. So this is no different. The case is no different. It's just physically just got the like carbon look to it. And then you got the AGO2s, all metal buttons here. These are all plastic on the regular version. So they probably will make an upgrade for this one. This is the only metal part that is on the plastic, like cheaper versions, compared to this one. Comes with it as well. Same screen, everything, so it still looks just as good in the sunlight. That's a whole nother thing we'll get to a little bit later. But basically, yeah, the big difference is, of course, is the gimbals. And the case and the colors. So you only can get the Max in the carbon covers, just like the original like TX16 used to. So yeah, it'll come with that, your gimbals, and all the upgraded metal stuff. So let's dig into the radio a little more, and I'll show you guys mine. Of course, I picked the white one of my favorite colors. All right, so I got my TX15 here. This is the one I've been using. I actually set up a M2V3, this guy right here, which I'll be posting the setup for down below. It's got all the call outs, just like Jonas is set up for the TX16 that's on OMP's website. So I transported that over to here and kind of edited it a little bit so it'll work with the TX15. But you get the strap on the back, same for the Max, just like it. Rubber grips on the back, and then you get the plastic gimbals. So it's still gonna feel really good out of the box. And the cool part is, like I said, you can put these stick ends, they just screw off. You can get stick ends to put on there. They're sticky 360 is what they're called. But yeah, you can always get those and put those on this radio. The TX15 also comes with a faster processor now, so it is way faster than the TX16, going through menus, things like that. So let me grab my TX16. We're going to do a little speed test of how fast this can boot up compared to an original TX16 and kind of scroll through the menus and show you the differences. All right, now that I got the TX16 out, we're going to do a little speed test to see which one boots up first. Put them together here.
Welcome to Edge TX. Switch warning.
And it's on. So without the switch being switched, it still would have been way faster. So this guy right here has taken the cake on that. But as far as, I mean, look at how quickly that goes into the menu. Everything just happens a little faster on these. Like, especially when you're doing multiples. See how this catches up? This one just does it right then and there. The processor helps a lot with this radio and makes it a lot snappier. It makes going through all of your screens a lot easier, so you can see stuff scrolls a little smoother. Let's go back here. This doesn't scroll as nice, especially when you have like a ton of models like I do. When you go in your models, it definitely takes a little bit to scroll through them. Like, it loads up a little slow right there. Like, I can't scroll too fast through these to get to the ones I need. So that is a downside to the original TX16 versus the TX15. So this processor definitely helps a lot with that, scrolling through. And of course, the screen looks way better. You'd have to see it in person to kind of see the difference here. This screen seemed a little washed out, and this one just seems a little more crispier. I don't know how to explain it, other than it just looks better on this. The colors look a lot better on these as well. But again, like I said, so I have programmed everything without the top switches on here, basically. So the cool part about the TX15 is it comes with these bumpers if you want to run them like that. Or what you can do is actually install the switches in the top. So you get those in the box as well, which is kind of cool that they actually give that with you. They're just 2-position switches, so it'd be good for like a throttle hold. Not so much as something else, but yeah. So you get them with the package. In the box, everything. You also get the switches, like I said. So those first parts were for this. It just puts a hole basically there so you can put your switch. You do have to take the radio apart. It's not that many bolts though. It's pretty easy to work on. The battery tray, we're just using 18650s. They fit right in there in the tray that's provided. So it's super easy to find batteries, and it's got a huge battery door. So it's a lot easier to find batteries that fit in there. All right, so some other cool features on this radio is there's apparently a gyro feature. I haven't tried it yet, but I'd like to. Maybe we'll do that in a future video, try to get a drone to fly with just tilting this. It's pretty nuts. So apparently it has actual accelerometers in it, so you can actually kind of fly around like forwards, backwards, maybe even a helicopter. We'll try that with like an FPV helicopter. It'd be kind of neat. But yeah, it'd be really neat to put it out and go fly it like that. All these switches here are basically like the TX16 had up here, which I never really liked where they were at because you kind of had to reach for them while you were flying. These are just right down here, and you can just reach over and just pow and hit them real quick. Super easy. Everything is the same as Edge TX on the TX16. You just get the same switches basically, but instead of being on the outside, you get rid of the 4 switches that are on the outside of it, and you get just these 4 here. You still have your dials just like the TX16 did. You still have the same menu set up, so you still have the system, model, return, page, and telemetry. So yeah, you still hit that, and you can do all your widgets the same way. It's the same widgets. But yeah, so this thing is got a ton of power to it. It even has a fan on the inside, which is pretty quiet because I haven't heard it yet, and I've been flying a lot with it. So we'll take it outside, do a little flight, and I'll kind of show you guys the ergonomics of the radio. This is going to be my new one to keep in the car. Before I had the Pocket, and the Pocket was a little small. It had the short throw gimbals, so it was a little harder to kind of do 3D on. This guy though, in that case, super easy to transport. No worries about, snapping off anything here. So when we travel, I'll probably end up taking this with me, if I need a smaller, setup. But also another cool feature this thing has on it is, of course, this is ELRS, so that means you can still do your Bluetooth setup for the simulator. So I actually have a simulator set up for this for X Heli. So I have a video previously showing how to put the model file that I made onto a TX16. So what I'll do is I'll put a link for that video down below so you guys can watch that on how to put models onto these radios. It's super easy, super simple. But regardless, yeah, this thing is a powerhouse out of the box, and for the price, you can't beat it. I mean, it looks fantastic. The white looks super awesome in my opinion. You got the fold-out antenna. If you want it folded, if you will fold it in, it doesn't get in the way. So that's another nice feature. So I fly like this normally, and I don't have to worry about that getting in the way. It's pretty far away from the buttons, so it doesn't cover up any buttons. If you're really worried about it, just flip it sideways and then you can go fly. So the TX15 comes with the LR1121, which is actually going to be in the 900 and the 2.4 version of it, so you can run either or the dual band ones that they make. So you don't have to just run that. I personally am just running ELRS 2.4 because I'm running the RP3H that comes with the Nexus, so it binds right up with no issues because it's just ELRS 2.4 and not the dual band or anything. It's just super simple. So yeah, you could always run that on there, or you can run it as S-Bus and run it on any other model as well. All right guys, so with all that being said, we're actually gonna take this thing outside and do a real world test. I'm gonna show you guys how the screen looks in the sun It is fantastic. You can also see it with your glasses on if you have polarized glasses like I do. It makes it a lot easier. Some of the older TX16s, if you pick them up, you can't see anything, so you have to take your glasses off. So that's the nice part about this, is it's a very nice radio for everyday use, and it's relatively cheap. We're going to take the M2V3, my favorite helicopter, and probably yours, because this is like the best-selling item that we have on our store, with the brand new colored tail boom. This thing is so bright in the sky, you could see it from a mile away. I love it. I fly a lot without the canopy because I do a lot of stupid stuff, and it makes it easier for crashing. So basically, we'll take it outside though, do a little stick cam so you guys can kind of see the radio a little better, and kind of see how I'm holding stuff and using the switches. And like I said, this setup for the M2V3 will be posted down below. Actually, I will probably post it on the M2V3 product page. So all you have to do is go on there and you'll see your radio, and then you can download the file. So we'll see you out at the field, and we'll be right back. So we're here with the TX15 out here in the field, guys. All right, so basically I have your arm switch, and the arm switch is on SC. SD is going to be your throttle hold, which you have to have both of them up for it to go ahead and fire. And then your flight modes over here, it is going to be all idle ups, so idle up 1, 2, and 3. This is going to control your angle mode right here, and then 3D is away. And then this right here, I don't have this on anything. This right here is going to be for your milliamp hours and your call outs. So you will get call outs on this, which is nice. If you want them, you just press 0 milliamp hours. So while you're flying, if you want to get your call outs, all you got to do is press that, and it'll tell you milliamps that you've used while flying. So let's go ahead and take off. Oh, and one more thing. Number 4 here is going to be your timer reset. It's just a little timer I've got right there. So let's get going. So this is the low head speed, just like we have on the TX16 version. Nice and low head speed, which you can actually, if you can actually read my screen, it actually is giving me telemetry for my head speed. And then we'll bump it up a little bit. This is what I fly in, which is flight mode 2. Look at that pink tail boom. That thing is beautiful. Even in the wind, this thing performs great. So yeah, if you guys want to, take off and you want to get comfortable with it, all you got to do is hit your little switch here, and now we're in angle mode. So when I let go of the stick, it comes back to center. And then if you want to, you take off in angle mode and you want to go into your 3D mode, you can, and now you're good to go. Here in just a second, I should get a low battery warning.
Low battery.
All right, now that tells me that I am at 650 milliamps out of a battery, and it will repeat
Throttle hold. Low battery.
like that until you reset it. All right, so that was a quick little overview of the setup, guys. I just wanted to give you guys a little look on some of the switches that I have set up on the TX15. All right, guys. So this thing absolutely rips. It feels fantastic in the air. The gimbals feel great. Like I said, these are the cheaper gimbals. These are the Hall effect gimbals still. They just don't have the metal gimbals, and they're non-adjustable, so they're just kind of, you get what you get. I believe you can do tension here, but I'm not 100%. But with that being said, guys, if you guys want one of these, we have them on the website. We actually have these things in stock. We stock them regularly and plenty. So if you guys have any questions, post them down below. Go to the website. It's on there. We have them in stock. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Check out some of the links below, and check out the website. We'll see you guys next time.